Hey guys, so Albaz Strike is here and we've done the budget deck profiles. So now it's time to look at something a little bit less budget. So we're going to look at Cyber Dragons first and foremost. So I've updated the deck a little bit with the branded stuff, and we're going to take a look at it. I wouldn't say this is the best way to run it. There isn't. It's not very explored territory, so there isn't really a best variant right now. This is what I personally think is the best way to run it. Your opinions may differ from mine, but yeah. We are not running Cyber Dragon Infinity in here. There is no Dragoon in here either. There is no DPE in here. This is just Cyber Dragons and branded. You can run Dragoon in here. You can run DPE in here as well. It's a matter of preference. I'm choosing not to run those in this particular variant. So yeah, let's get into it. So obviously, as with all good Cyber Dragon decks, we run 3 Cyber Dragon core because this is our spell searcher. We're only running 2 hurts because we're not running Galaxy Soldiers. We're not running Nova or Infinity, so there isn't really a need for 3 of them. This is mainly here to facilitate branded fusion as a 1-card Cyber Twin or a 1-card Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon. So yeah, and it also gets a little bit of recursion as well, but that's about it. Then we're running 1 copy of Cyber Dragon Extra. We only really need the one. If we have to use the effect to revive something from graveyard, we can't resolve branded fusion that turn. It can revive Cyber Twin and it can revive Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon as well. Then lastly, 1 copy of Cyber Dragon. We're not on machine dupes, so there's no need for 3 of them. So yeah. Then we're running a small Cyber Dark package in the form of 2 copies of Cannon and 1 Chimera. Then we're obviously running the 2 Fallen of Albaz to facilitate the branded fusion stuff. We're running 1 copy of the Kaiju because problematic monsters are problematic. Then for hand traps, we're running 3 Blossom, 3 Ogre, and for the adventurous stuff. And then we're running 3 Gamma, 1 Driver, because we really want branded fusion to go off. We really want our plays to go off, and we have a bunch of starters. You know, we've got the emergencies, we've got the realms, we've got the branded fusion, we've got Cyber Dark Claw. So all of those without monsters on the field they're still targets for negation. So Gamma is really useful there. So yeah, that will round out the monsters. Then for the spells, we've got 3 emergency to search out all of our Cyber Dragon cards, mainly core or hurts. Then we've got 3 realm to search out our Cyber Dark Chimera to facilitate our OTKs. We've got 1 copy of Repair Plant to search the Kaiju, 1 copy of Rev System because if we can't get to branded fusion, core into this, linking away from Almirage, resing it with Rev System, making Verte 1 card is pretty good. You get to your branded package that way too. Then obviously 3 copies of branded fusion because you want to draw this, but you can also send it off Verte. It's very versatile. You can make this alone makes Cyber Twin or Chimera Tech Rampage. It's just so strong. So yeah, and then 2 copies of Power Bond because if you draw 1, Chimera is completely dead, so you really need another one. If you draw the Power Bond, you can discard the Power Bond to search another Power Bond off of Chimera. So yeah, and then 1 copy of Overload Fusion for standard conventional Rampage OTK. Then for the traps, we are only running 3 in the form of our infinite impermanences. We're not running overflow in here. There isn't any space, although there is probably leeway in the deck somewhere that to add in overflow. I don't personally think it's necessary. Onto the extra deck, we are obviously running 1 Cyber Twin Dragon because we can make this with branded fusion alone. 1 Eternity Dragon, it's nice to have. You can make it. 2 copies of Chimera Attack Rampage Dragon, because as I said earlier, you can make this just off of Branded Fusion alone. Then obviously we're running 1 Fortress and 2 Mega Fleet. Then obviously branded package, 2 copies of our Mirror Jade, 2 copies of Albion, and 1 copy of Lubellion. So most of the time we are making our Albion because all of our Cyber Dragon cards are light, so that's what we want to send, and we're mainly sending Hertz off of Branded Fusion to make Albion. Hertz will then get a Cyber Dragon, Albion will fuse away that Cyber Dragon, and the Hertz to make our Twin or our Rampage, whatever we prefer. We are running some Link Monsters as well. We're only running the 3 in the form of Seeger, Verte, and Almirage. So Almirage and... So as I mentioned earlier, of Core and Rev System is a 1-card Verte, so you Core Summon, Core Search Rev System, link Core into Almirage, Rev System Revive Core, link Almirage and Core into Verte. So that will be a 1-card Mirror Jade, which is really great. Seeger is just there, is as usual there for the Seeger and Chimera Attack Rampage OTK. So yeah guys, that brings me to the end of the deck profile. If you like it, leave a like, or don't, up to you. I will be updating this again in the future, I am sure. Cyberdark is coming, proper Cyberdark is actually coming as well. Try this out for yourselves, see if you like it. It's not for everyone, obviously. A lot of people do have a lot of reliance on Nova and Infinity. Some people might not like not running them. Although even regardless of the maximum rarity and staples and all of that, this is the cheaper version to run by far, simply because of the lack of Galaxy Soldiers. You can make this with very minimal things. Cyber Twin, Rampage, they are very, very cheap, and those are all you really need as additions after getting Cyber Strikes and Albaz Strike structure decks. The rest of the stuff comes in the structure deck, in both structure decks itself. Very, very budget way to play the deck. I highly recommend trying it out, and I shall see you guys in the next video.